just came from Houston, my relationship just fucking ended. Daddy in H-Town don't want me leave, my flight just got extended.
I always love to hear the drop of that song.
When you lose all your leagues, it's like, what else can you do? It's like
dead ass. We in the same boat, Brody. Same boat. But that's part of fantasy, bro. I've been here before. I've crawled my way out the trenches too many times, bro. I ain't even worry about that.
Sure. Sometimes.
Welcome back to another episode.
No, but now you got it. No, I was just saying you get better with taking these L's the longer you've been a vet.
Oh, for sure. You take L's. You know what you do? You go to Waiver Wire and you come back stronger. That's why we're here today. Welcome back to another episode of Them Football Guys. It's your host, Olua Baba Yaga. Y'all already know what it is. I got Gator with me.
Yes, sir. I'm here, but I love the transitions, bro. What a host. Sheesh.
Hey, man. This is what we do, man. This is why we're here. We got week 4 waiver wire episode coming up. You already know week 3's behind us. It was a crazy week. A lot of upsets in that 1 o'clock window. The 4 o'clock window was a little dry, but the Sunday night game was popping. The Monday night doubleheader was popping. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. If it's your first time here, make sure y'all subscribe. We appreciate all the following. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. We one of your sources, Apple Music, Spotify. Let's get started. Fuck. The Commanders won. Cowboys lost.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so crazy.
The Chiefs keep cheating. The Bills blow out the Jags. Like there's the waiver wire pool is actually pretty skipped this week. No de facto injuries. Laporta got injured this week, but he just say he's day to day, and even if he isn't, his backup isn't somebody we're gonna add to the waiver wire. So you're gonna see a lot of names here. You're probably gonna be like, but keep in mind this is for long-term fantasy. This is to kind of swap people out from your bench who haven't been producing, who aren't worth keeping. And we should eventually make a video about people who are worth drop candidates, including bench players, because sometimes you hold on to a player for too long. And it's like it's his time in the sun's not coming. Like some people just aren't going to take that next step. But let's get right into this waiver wire. The first person we got on this list is the Red Rifle himself, Big Dalton, Andy Dalton. We kept talking about this all last week. We spoke on it that once they benched Bryce Young, we kept saying that all the players from the Panthers offense during our Rises and Falls videos, which should drop also later today, that Andy Dalton would be the natural next step, that he would take all the offense to the next step. And we saw they blew out the Raiders, which accomplishment wise, the Raiders defense has been better this year. I like Andy Dalton against the Cincinnati Bengals. We just saw them yesterday playing what's that, high school defense. Yeah, and it's like Andy Dalton revenge game for him. The Bengals may be on 0-3, and we're at that point where we say, well, are the Bengals going to go 0-4?
I don't think so, but I didn't think they were going to go 0-3. So there's that.
Yeah, here we are. You know, the Bengals might either actually be a bad team or they start clicking on all cylinders. But either way, I do like Andy Dalton this week against that defense.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Toby. At the end of the day, Andy Dalton is going to perform, and that's what he does. He's going to perform. The Bengals defense is very subpar, probably middle of the pack. And Andy Dalton has saved all the Panther players that we decided to draft, and we said, yeah, these players are going to be great. Everybody's going to be better now because of Andy Dalton. I think it's a great pick.
Literally. Deontay Johnson's finally showing his value. We love that for him. Let's move on to the...
Hey,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Who's your next waiver wire pick? I'll let you pick the next one from the pool.
From the pool we have. Let's keep it quarterback. You know, Let's keep it organized. You know,
I like that.
Justin Fields, man. Justin Fields against the Colts. We all know. So me and Yaga looked at his numbers off air. Numbers are not the best, right? But the Colts defense is
11-18.
Yes, the Colts defense is super bad. Is one of the worst defense. Secondary terrible. Pickens should probably have a great game, and we all know Justin Fields has the ability to put it on the score rushing tub, and he did that last week. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did that this week. I mean, that's how bad the Colts defense is. I would
Yeah,
start
I saw
Justin Fields
Najee
over.
Harris in a, I saw Najee Harris in a sling yesterday, so it's one of those things where it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so it's
No,
like the
so
rushing.
that's a great point. Actually, hey, bro, I'm so happy you said
Mhm.
that because we might need to add somebody to this list.
Warren
Justin
Warren might also be injured. Like,
Warren is that's what Warren is also
Warren,
hurt too. So we gonna get there, but that's a great point. I like Justin Field as a pickup. I think you can start him over AR this week. So
mhm. Yeah, it makes sense. AR is playing the Steelers. I don't really like the Steelers matchup. The further we go down the list, the less information we have to justify some of these people. By the way, but moving on to the wide receiver. Well, I think we have less running backs on this list. Let's go with the running backs next.
okay.
We're gonna jump right into Cam Akers at 34.9% owned. This is pretty self-explanatory. For as long as Mixie and Pierce remains injured, Cam Akers is worth a snatch and grab, something light to hold in case you have to supplement your starting offense. He scored this week. He did not do the best. He only had 9 points. Cam Akers is still an inefficient running back. 9 points. The game didn't go well either, though. So to be fair to him, he didn't have too many opportunities, but he did score a touchdown. And if without that touchdown, he would have had 3 points. But again, if they don't play, you get Cam Akers. He's a good supplementation for your team.
Yeah. Who do they play? Do you know? Do you know who they play this week coming up?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna figure that out.
That's because I just pick him up. You can go on to the next person. I'll figure it out.
All right, great. This is a person that Toby just kind of like jogged my memory to. Oh, whoa.
I guess not. They play Jacksonville. Green light, red light, green light.
Yeah, literally, that's a great start.
Your audio is getting a little lower. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll talk in his place. Cordell Patterson, y'all already know what it is. The vertical threat. Cordell Patterson is one of the. He's on every offense he's ever contributed to. He's always really good at taking them, getting big plays. He's very efficient in the red zone. He's 0.7% owned, and it makes sense because he was technically the third string back. But with Warren injured, Najee possibly in a sling, possibly week day to day as far as that goes, Cordell Patterson can see a large jump in work this week, and I like Cordell Patterson because you can't deny the talent at the least. If you can deny the opportunity, you can't deny the talent.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, great. Like you said, this is a stat line last game. Okay, we have 4 carries for 33 yards, and we had 3 receptions, 5 targets, 15 yards. I mean, this is if Nadi's to miss and if what's his name, the short one,
Warren.
Wandale Robinson. If Wandale misses, then I think this is a great plug and play.
You talking about Warren?
Warren, I said Wandale Robinson.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, Warren? Wandale got to do
one of them light skinned men.
What you got against that boy? But moving on to the next running back, we got Rico Dowdle. Rico has been seeing, this is. Let me start with the disclaimer. Dallas has been in a negative game script the last 2 games. So there's been a lot more Rico than they would be otherwise. But there's also been on the groundwork. Rico Dowdle has outtouched Zeke as far as actual running on the ground, which even in a negative game script, you would think you would kind of remove the groundwork and kind of focus more on the air yards. But Rico has outtouched Zeke 2 weeks in a row. And even if it's not a situation where he immediately takes that backfield, there was whispers in the preseason about Rico being the one. We haven't really seen the fruition of that, but they do have an easier matchup this week against the Giants. So it's possible that Rico either gets a lot more productive or he gets 0 work because they're blowing them out. Or worst case scenario, Dallas somehow loses to the Giants and neither of them produce again. But Rico's still a good snatch and grab.
Dak said, "Y'all want to jump off the board? Y'all want to jump off the bandwagon now? Don't jump off now."
Nigga said he said do it now. Say if you finna jump right now, bro. This your
We finna spank. We gonna spank them.
Moving on to the next person. I think we're done with running backs.
Yeah. No, Bucky.
Okay,
Bucky,
let's get
Bucky,
to
Bucky, Bucky. I don't think we put Bucky on this list, but we should speak.
I thought you added him. Damn.
I did it.
Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving, I believe he's like 26 point something percent owned. I just made that number up. But Bucky Irving, we've always said that what's his name? Rachaad White is not the best runner. We've said it all the time. He's just a starting running back for the team. Though this was negative game script, when they did turn to the idea of throwing the ball, they kind of turned to Bucky as the primary receiving back, which is surprising. But Bucky is the better back. But you might start to see something lean closer to a 50-50 split between Bucky Irving and Rachaad White. Rachaad White. And if I had to choose between the two in terms of talent, I'm leaning Bucky Irving over Rachaad.
Yeah, Bucky looked good, bro. He actually looked bigger too. Funny enough, pause. But he looked a lot bigger. So I like Bucky. I like the way he moves. For the Buccaneer, he's more like a change of pace type of person. Even though Rachaad White, they all seem like the same thing, but like it's just like when Bucky's in, it's like the offense is just moving a little bit better.
They're happy. The offense happier to be there when Bucky.
Yeah, the offensive line is actually one of the worst offensive lines, and they're going to be having they're going to have to be doing a lot of dump off to Rachaad and him. So I just love it. They're both involved. Let me look at his snap count and let you guys know, like, you're just not picking them up for no reason.
Yeah, and that's why Bucky was kind of getting most of the. It should be.
Yeah.
They brought Bucky in for the idea of the loss, but it's kind of like the idea that once they start to see the inefficiencies, because the line is bad and Rachaad White's not going to make that line any better, but Bucky Irving might be able to circumvent the line, and that's kind of what we would look for.
That's what he's been doing. First game 62, second game 22, third game 70, and this is still on 9 carries. So he has that ability to get into the secondary, and very.
So we're looking for a Jaylen Warren situation where it's like he becomes the more efficient back. They might accidentally let him start getting into some of the work on the regular, and that's why we like Bucky. Moving on to the wide receivers, we got let's start with I guess with him with the most consistent so far, actually, Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale Robinson has kind of been floating under the radar because Neighbors is there. Neighbors is performing. Neighbors is putting up 28, 5, but 28. So Neighbors kind of putting on a show. But Wan'Dale Robinson had a consistent roughly double digits, depending on your scoring system, throughout the season so far. He's kind of carved his de facto role as a safety blanket for Daniel Jones. So we like Wan'Dale Robinson. I think he's literally the tight end of the Giants. So Wan'Dale Robinson is a good stash and own. And when it comes down to an opportunity in your offense where you may be lacking, you may have an injury, you may have a substitution you need to make, you may have a skimp waiver wire, Wan'Dale Robinson is probably a good stash and hold just in case for a rainy day. And most of these wide receivers do fall into that category.
Yeah, Kupp, you got Kupp injured. You have you have Kupp injured. You have Keenan Allen injured. There's a whole bunch of receivers that are injured. AJ Brown. I mean, you're lacking any of.
Like, let's say God forbid. You said what?
They play the Cowboys. Wando's looking at the Cowboys next week.
Yeah, the Cowboys will be fine. They won't even check him. They're gonna put double on.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was just thinking, why check him?
So yeah, I like Wan'Dale. I like Wan'Dale's usage. I actually started in one of my leagues, but I'm trying to tank in that league, so he hasn't been helping with that.
Let me go
Who
to
you got
my
next?
favorite one. My favorite one. I think this is also a great spot to start. If Stafford is up, Tutu Atwell is up, man. Hey, look at this. The connection when Cup and Puka not there, his number one is Tutu Atwell. Stamped it. So
That's so aggressive. That is
mhm.
so aggressive.
Nah,
Like,
Tutu Atwell is Tutu Atwell him really. But nah,
that's
Tutu Atwell is somebody that you definitely need to consider. He is the Rams' number one receiver. I'm just letting you know, it's a great offense. McVay schemed up, So I think Tutu Atwell. Who do Tutu Atwell play
I,
next week?
I feel like I wouldn't go as far as to say he's the Rams' number one receiver. Stafford's fickle. He had 5 targets. DeMarcus Robinson had 4. It's like the number disparity is the caught targets versus the targets that were dropped. But I do think that it's a week to week thing with the Rams. When you start, especially when you have a negative game script, you tend to see a lot of oddities. So I do like Tutu Atwell, but kind of like with the same thing with DeMarcus Robinson and the same thing with Tyler, whatever his last
Johnson.
name may be, Tyler Johnson. Such an easy name to guess. I would say caution yourself with all 3 of them. Only plug and play if you have no other options, because we don't 100% know. Yeah, it can literally be, it could be any of them in that day. The game could start and it could be Cody Parkinson. So we'll all be like,
Yeah,
oh,
literally
why
don't
didn't I
use
think of that?
I wouldn't use my waiver priority on Tutu. I would just, guess what? A lot of people are just gonna just let him be on the waiver wire. So just pick him up and say stash and just let's see.
There's a lot of people just like me who would be like, yeah, I think I'm good. Like,
Yeah. I'm missing a lot of receivers. AJ, Cooper Cup, Keenan Allen, Thielen. I'm over here starting Naylor. Naylor scored
I
again.
like Naylor.
Naylor scored
I
again.
told y'all. Did I not? What did I tell y'all last week? I said Naylor. I said as long as Naylor remains the wide receiver 2, I like him better than I like Addison as the wide receiver 2. So my statement stands. I like Naylor.
Okay. You got the next one, buddy.
Oh boy, a ghost has appeared.
I said, fun fact: Tutu scored more than Naylor last week.
It makes sense. I just don't like. The problem with Tutu is literally I can't say he's the number 1 receiver on that offense. It's like five targets and everybody else gets 4. It's like negative game scripts. You might easily not see Tutu next week.
Man,
Yeah,
y'all ready?
I don't
the
want Bumby just getting in here, bro. It's gonna seem wild. Like,
Hey, that's all you do, bro.
What you saying not matching up, bro? We Stephen A. and we skip, bro. To be honest.
Hey, I'm not. It's like you just making comparisons, bro. I ain't even. Naylor was brought up because Gator said he started Naylor. I like Naylor. I keep saying it. I'm gonna say it every week.
3 times, 3 weeks.
We gotta show Tutu some love because Tutu got more targets than Naylor last week, bro.
Yes,
Tutu got his love. Tutu got his love already, bro. I'm just saying, don't start.
From Gator, we want it from you. We want you to show him love, bro.
I can't show him on the
list.
I know. I'm talking about Baba Yaga.
I have no love for Tutu because Tutu's also a nigga that's like I just want to make sure Gator got in the joint and said Tutu the number 1. Plug him in. It's like I can't tell people that. I can't tell people that.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I saw him. He caught the ball from Stafford.
4.
He said, "I said, oh shit, that sounds like breakfast in the morning. That's that Cooper Cup breakfast."
Who was next on the list? It was
your favorite. Come on, give them your favorite player, bro. Mr. 36 himself.
Jawad Jennings, 36.1% owned. I've been talking about Jawad Jennings since the season started. I like Jawad Jennings' talent. It's just that, with the 49ers offense, they don't run true wide receiver two wide receiver sets where they actually use both wide receivers. But with everybody injured, Jawad Jennings had an opportunity to basically play the wide receiver 2 behind Ayuk. Lighter coverage, still a good wide receiver. And I think he's a good stash and hold in case the injuries persist with the 49ers. He has, I'm not going to say he's going to give you 48, but he has the opportunity to, at least give you that minimum of 10 maybe 10 plus 3, so 13.
Yeah, you missed the train. If you missed the train, if you think Juwan Jennings is gonna give you like 20, you missed it. It's over.
Yeah,
It's cool though. Some people started him. Good for you. I saw people start him and still lose. Shout out Juice. But hey,
Juice is Juice
Somebody
could do it all,
started
bro.
me and flying me out with 48, bro.
Oh yeah. That's how I felt when Goddard put up 20. When Goddard put up 29 on me, I said, yeah, I don't deserve to win shit. I don't deserve nothing, bro.
Okay, the last wide receiver, I think it's the last wide receiver we have on this list is Demario Douglas. Demario Douglas is here because of he's more of an insurance policy. The idea that
Geico?
no, what's the worst insurance policy you can get? Umbrella,
Elephant.
like elephant insurance. Like he's one of those players that's like, we saw an uptake in his work. We saw, and the matchups from this point on are a little greener than they were in the past. Demario Douglas is, I don't really trust any wide receiver with the Patriots offense, but if he does emerge as the number one with the Patriots offense, it's good to have him as an insurance policy in case the circumstance comes about where you can start him or you need to start him, so to say, and he remains the number one. But that's it for Demario Douglas.
I don't think
they played it none
receiver until Drake May gets him. But
that I truly believe that.
When is out, he is the number one because he was the number one last year before without. So
7 targets last game, and they played the Niners. Niners very soft in coverage, so I can see that. Like I said, there's a lot of receivers down. I forgot to mention Debo as well. So that's 4 starting receivers I've told you guys throughout this pod that are down, and these are all spot starts in case you need for this week.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Jesus be the funds. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We got some more content coming for you. We got the Rises and Fallers video dropping this week. We also do weekly lives, betting podcast on Wednesday. I think they drop Wednesday, Saturday. We also go live every Wednesday, every Monday, every Sunday. Join us on the lives. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Hit that notification bell. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Make us one of your sources. We on Apple Music and Spotify. We everywhere you need us. Interact with us. Fuck with us. Them football guys. I think we out. Woo.
Bye.